Now, it is a year to go until the 2024 Olympic Games in Paris, and the Games face a number of challenges, which include issues of security, climate change and sustainability. Well, let's go live to the French capital and join our senior reporter, Geraint Hughes, who gets the very best gigs. Geraint, nice to see you. You were in Rio, you were in Tokyo, I remember. Both had their problems. Has Paris got a lot to worry about?
It's got significant challenges that they need to get right in 365 days' time, for the 26th of July 2024, when the opening ceremony of the Games will kick it all off. Security is a massive challenge. Listen, Mike, you can see where I am now. Notre Dame Cathedral just behind me here. It's one of the biggest tourist attractions in Paris. Today, we've been live from here. We've been live from the Trocadero, the Eiffel Tower, the Arc de Triomphe. There are thousands of people everywhere. Next year, there will be even more. Crowds will be back at the Olympics. Remember, in Tokyo, no crowds because of COVID. We're in a busy Western capital. So there are threats domestically. There are threats as well internationally as well. But for Team GB, there'll be a team of somewhere between 350, 375. Security paramount for the man who's in charge of that team, Team GB. Mark England is the head of the team, the chef de mission. Security, a key concern for him. He updated us as what it is like for him and how they're getting everything right for the team when they come to Paris next year for the athletes.
They gave us every confidence, to the extent that actually we're not putting in anything over and above what we would normally put into an Olympic Games delegation or overseas. Rio was particularly challenging, Tokyo less so, but only because of the supporters and movement was restricted. So we're not today planning to put anything over and above what we had in Rio de Janeiro or in London or anywhere else. It's just business as usual, but we're keeping a very careful watch over it.
Geraint, I'd like to talk Adam Peaty. He has, of course, done it all before, but taken a break from the sport. What should we read into that?
Yeah, he's taking a break right now. Mike, he's been really open about problems with his mental health. He's had a recent diagnosis with ADHD. He wanted to take a break from the sport. The World Aquatics Championship, World Swimming Championships recently took place. He wasn't there. He just got out of sport. He needed time away to reset, find a different way to winning. His sort of hunger to win is still there, to get the medals is still there. He just realises now he has to do it differently to the way he did it in Rio and in Tokyo. He's trying to match a feat, Mike, as well, to match Michael Phelps. Michael Phelps is the only male swimmer who's won 3 individual golds. He's won lots more medals, but individual in the 100 metres butterfly. Adam Peaty's going to try and achieve that here in Paris in the 100 metres breaststroke. It's a huge deal with him out of the sport at the moment and the clock ticking, only a year to go. Phelps is a great, Peaty is a great of the sport. We've spoken to another great of the sport, the fabulous Ian Thorpe, the Aussie great from Sydney 2000 and beyond as well. About Adam Peaty, this is his thoughts. Really interesting listen to this one, Mike.
We're looking at someone that is actually struggling. So what we really do with athletes is we catapult them into this position of ideology, and we idolize them in a way that isn't reflective of the reality of what they do. Fans of sport see less than 5% of what an athlete actually does. 95% of it that is quite mundane. And this is true outside of swimming as well. So if I said to you that perhaps in 1,461 days, you have to be in the best shape of your life and prepare, and in that particular minute of that day to perform. That is the level of pressure you are under as an Olympic athlete. And to think that each day we wake up, we may not be feeling our best, we may be feeling great. So when you humanize kind of the role that athletes play, I think it is a larger reflection on our societies.
Really interesting to hear from Ian Thorpe there on Adam Peaty there, Mike. Just to bring up to date, Peaty just one of potentially 350 to 375 Team GB athletes that will hopefully qualify for the Paris Olympics next year as well. Yes, there's so much going on, listening to the Adam Peaty and the struggles around his mental health and how he wants to come back to be a winner as well. And that is part of the Olympics, make no bones about it. There's money at stake, the money's been invested, and they expect a return, and that means medals. And once again today, I was chatting to Mark England, who we heard from about the security issues there, head of the team. The expectation for Team GB, Mike, is to finish in the top 5 of the medal table. That means being with the likes of the USA, China, etc., the home team France as well, being in the mix with them. Top 5 is the expectation.
Crikey, that is, well, that's tough. Geraint, I want to speak to you in the next hour about that. We'll get into this medal target, but for the moment, thank you very much.